You mentioned Modi. You're not a fan. He doesn't come out
politely.
Does not come out of the book well. Has he been as bad as you would have feared?
Yes, because today you're looking at a situation where the Muslim community has been ghettoized. You're looking at people being lynched on the streets. You're looking at them being pushed out of economic activity they participated in earlier. You know, meat shops, leather work, handicrafts. All of this is under assault. You know, the violence in India is terrifying. I mean, you all must have followed the rape of the little girl in Kashmir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that happened, but thousands of people marched in support of the rapists, including women, you know, in support of the alleged rapist, let's say. But the point is, there was an attempt to change how that trial was going to take place. So the polarization is so frightening.
Do you think Modi's worse, from your perspective, worse than a Trump or the other kind of nationalistic strongmen?
The difference is that look at Trump. I mean, he's out of control, but all the institutions are so worried about him. You know, the media is worried, the judiciary is worried, the military is worried. People are trying to manage him. Whereas in India, all the elite institutions have been in some ways taken over by this, you know. So you have school textbooks. I mean, the New York Times did a story about school textbooks of great world leaders with Hitler on the cover. You know, you have 4 Supreme Court judges who came out, the senior most judges below the Chief Justice, who came out. It's never happened in India. They came out and held a press conference and said democracy is in danger. The courts are being fixed. That was what they were implying.
What is the reaction in India to your work, to your essays, your political essays, to this latest novel, and the criticisms you make of the direction India's taking at the moment?
The reactions, you know, India's obviously not a single homogeneous reaction.
Okay.
You know, so it's you know, anybody who doesn't, who holds views opposed to the government, not just me, but anybody, would be stupid not to feel worried, because that's a stupid thing to do, not to feel worried. So I just think you have to be cautious, and you have to know when to shut up and when to move sideways and when to whatever. But certainly there is a vindictiveness to the way they go after people.
You do call your book The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, which is, I suppose, a more optimistic title.
See, I think that, you know, one of the great ironies where people like myself are constantly being accused of being anti-India and anti-national and all that, and yet it is us who love that place, you know, not as a nation, not as some government policy statement, but so much of the music, of the poetry, of the river valleys. It is us that are fighting for the rivers and the mountains and the people and the diversity and the things that make it beautiful. I mean, there are many who are fighting who can't afford to do anything and don't have a choice but to fight, you know. But no battle would be worth anything if it didn't come from protecting something that you love.
Arunthathi Roy, thank you so much.
Thank you.